Thank you so much for joining us today. We wanted to get together to tell you a little bit more about the SIU Health Law program, which we are all part of. My name is Sai Balasubramanian. I am a 3 Health student this year, and I am originally from Dallas, Texas. I am actually an MD, JD dual degree student between the SIU School of Law and the SIU School of Medicine, which is a program that merges the MD and the JD degree together to give students an opportunity at careers in health law, clinical medicine, and health public policy.
My name is Shelby Mitchell. I'm a 3rd-year law student. I am originally from a very small town in southern Illinois, and I am part of the Journal of Legal Medicine here. I was the president of the Law and Medicine Society, and I am also seeking my health law specialization for my graduation. And Tiffany?
Yep. Hi, I'm Tiffany Wilson. I'm from Anaheim, California. I am also, like Shelby, part of the Journal of Legal Medicine. I'm also on the Moot court team here at SIU.
I think it's important for us to kind of highlight the great experiences that we've had with SIU Health Law, just since the program has given us so many great opportunities. I know for me, it's been a wide range of opportunities. So I work a lot with the clinical faculty at SIU School of Medicine and the School of Law. Some of my great mentors here have been Professor Jean Basanta and Professor Jennifer Brobst. And Professor Brobst is currently she oversees the Center for Health Law and Policy, and so she's been a great support. Professor Basanta in getting me involved in more academic research, in building the connection with the American College of Legal Medicine, and just giving me a lot of opportunities in health law with that sense. And I think that great mentorship with the faculty has been great.
What I enjoy most about the health law specialization in the program is that there's a lot of writing opportunities, and those writing opportunities give you the opportunity to work with faculty very closely. For the Journal of Legal Medicine, you are to write 2 commentaries your 2nd year of law school. And for each of those commentaries, you select a faculty mentor that works you through the process. In addition, the Law and Medicine Society also now has a writing component. We work with the IHSA, and we write for their newsletter. And then I also have had an opportunity to work with Professor Basanta writing for the Illinois Bar Association, doing the health law newsletter, writing like case summaries for him. So there's a lot of writing opportunities and a great chance to work closely with our faculty.
I like many things about the fact that SIU has a health law program. Part of it has to do with the courses that are offered here at SIU. One of them that I participated in was the medical malpractice class. So this was actually one of the reasons why I came to SIU, is because I saw that they had this opportunity for a clinical rotation, which means that as part of the class, not only are you in the class with law students, but we were also in the class with residents, with medical residents. We had 2 teachers for the class. One of them was a JD, MD, Dr. Ryan, as well as Professor Meckel. They are both experts in their field. They love talking about the subject. And then you also get this great hands-on experience shadowing doctors and residents in the hospital. I got to witness surgeries. I was shadowing doctors in the ER. I got to chase after them as they did their inpatient rotations. So I thought that this was a really unique and great experience. It was definitely one of the highlights that I've had here so far at SIU. And also just the teachers. I think Professor Brobst, in general, she's great as the head of the health law department. I know she's definitely guided me and given me advice on many occasions as to, what classes I should take, what I should consider for job opportunities and externship opportunities. Since I'm on the Journal of Legal Medicine, she's talked to me about just commentary topics. So I don't know, I think it's great that the teachers are really here to help you explore and really want to facilitate your learning opportunity.
And to add to that, really those courses where you work closely with professors, and especially with our small class sizes, it gives you the opportunity to build that relationship with different professors here. That's really where you choose a faculty mentor or just a general mentor for your law school career and into the future from building those close relationships throughout your coursework.
I think that's great. I think the reason why it's such great faculty and course offerings is because SIU Health Law programs have been around for so long, right? I know the MDJD has been around for more than 20 years. The health law program in general has been around for a long time. And I know that kind of name recognition have national reach, whereas a lot of smaller schools have only local reach. I know the SIU Health Law program has a national reach. Just for example, last semester I was at Nova where I published a paper with their law review and I was able to speak. And they also have a DOJD program, and actually they've modeled a lot of their health law program off of SIU just because SIU has the largest number of MDJD dual degree graduates in the country, and the health law program is so well recognized that we have so many great placements around the country. And I know externship opportunities are plenty because a lot of our professors here are actually ex-government lawyers and have a lot of government contacts. So for me, last summer I had the opportunity to work for the U.S. Department of Health and Office of General Counsel, which was an incredible experience just because it gave me an opportunity to kind of own in on my health law skills and kind of figure out exactly what I wanted to do, in addition to just being a clinician. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your externship opportunities as well.
Of course. So my goal in coming to law school was to really gain a lot of skills. I'm a first-year college student to begin with, let alone going to law school. I was treading very new water in our family. So I needed a lot of guidance and skill practice. So my first summer, I worked as a law clerk for the 2nd Judicial Circuit of Illinois. I worked under a fabulous judge and a great man, Judge David Overstreet. And during my time under him working in the courthouse, I also got to see other judges at work. I did a lot of court observation. I did a little bit of legal research and writing. So my second summer, I wanted to do more legal research and writing. I wanted to take the skills from my first year and really apply them. So I worked at a private law firm in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and during my time there, all I did was research and writing, and I really enjoyed it. So it was great to really hone in on my writing skills and get those up to snuff, really, before I start practice. So now I'm actually working at Land of Lincoln here in Carbondale. They offer legal assistance to low-income individuals, and I'm in their medical legal partnership division. And within that, we work with clients who are seeking Social Security disability benefits. So that's what I've been working on this semester, and it is a blast. It's really nice to dig in and help these individuals get the help that they need and deserve.
For me, I always knew that I was interested in healthcare. So my background is that I actually have about 12 years experience working as a pharmacy technician. So I knew that I wanted to either become a doctor or a pharmacist, and I did neither of those because I came to law school. So instead I kind of found this interesting hybrid of focusing on healthcare but with a legal aspect, because I knew I was really interested in those regulations and the laws that take care of healthcare. So for me, being a second year, I only have one externship experience, and I was actually also with Land of Lincoln because they have a medical legal partnership. I thought that was a great experience. They're very committed to Southern Illinois and this area and providing the services that the individuals need, low-income individuals. So I did a little bit of the Social Security disability as well. You kind of had to do merit determinations. But the other thing that I thought was really neat and unique was the fact that I was able to participate in what they considered training seminars. So what it was were the attorneys there with Land of Lincoln, with the Carbondale office, they worked really closely with doctors and nurses at SIH. They provide training seminars for those nurses and doctors just to kind of let them know where law and medicine really intersect so that they can then help the patients better, so that they're not only helping patients with their medical care, but they're also providing them access to the law as well.
And I think as you can tell, and kind of what I'm getting from this conversation is that we all came from such different backgrounds, but kind of converged just because the opportunity is given here. I know myself, I came from a finance background. I worked in finance for 5 years before starting law school. And so now, I'm pulled in a very different direction. And of course, the great thing is I'm trying to, merge those skill sets, both to use in clinical medicine and in the practice of law. And I think that's the great thing about SIU is that we have such diverse faculty that no matter what background you come from, if you're interested in a specific aspect of healthcare or just a general healthcare law, we have some type of faculty that can rope you into that. And I think we see that with all of our concurrent experiences. I know one of the favorite things about the health law program here for me has been the great exposure that I've had and the great ability to work with professors in learning a little bit more about their backgrounds and then moving forward to kind of help promote my own careers. For example, I know we work a lot with the American College of Legal Medicine, and actually I had the great opportunity to work to present at the American College of Legal Medicine's annual meeting this year, which is a great experience because I think, again, the close tie the school has with the ACLM and just the national reach of the program and the ACLM really gave me an opportunity to kind of really figure out on national reach what is it that I want to be doing in healthcare law in the long run. So I know those relationships and the power that we have in national spread has been my favorite thing so far about the health law program.
My favorite thing so far has definitely been the Journal of Legal Medicine. It is a real niche for the law school. In addition to our normal law journal that most schools have, we have a specific medical journal. And so I was very interested in that whenever I found out that we could apply to be on it.
And if I've understood, the Journal of Legal Medicine is one of the most highly rated legal healthcare journals, correct?
Yes, it is. We work with the College of Legal Medicine, and our publisher is Taylor & Francis, so it's a big journal, and it's published all over the world, not just in the United States. So it's a great opportunity to get your name out, especially if you're interested in international law as well. But it has multiple facets to it that really give you a range of skills. So you gain communication skills in working with a team of students. So I'm also a board member for the Journal of Legal Medicine. I'm the managing commentary editor. And I work directly with the second-year law students on writing their commentaries and help them through the process. So I get an opportunity to communicate with them as well as homing in on my writing and proofreading skills because I'm working with their drafts. In addition to that, I had the opportunity to work on my own writing, researching, and proofreading whenever I published my own commentary my second year. So it's really given me a chance to get my name out there and hone in on a lot of skills that you'll need whenever you get out into practice.
I think I've had a similar situation being on Journal of Legal Medicine. I obviously knew that, like all law schools, that we had the opportunity to apply for Law Journal. But seeing that SIU actually has the opportunity to join Journal of Legal Medicine, I knew that that was right up my alley because obviously it has to do with legal medicine. It's definitely been a great experience. I know that the experience that I'm having now is definitely different from what Shelby is having, but I work with her often. So I particularly like it because it allows me to really become a mini expert in a subject. So I pick something that I know that I'm interested in, and I get to spend the entire semester basically researching and writing on that subject. So I think it's really great because I get to read lots of other sources and really figure out what's going on with this particular field, and then I get to kind of put my own spin on it and share what my opinion is on that subject. So I think that that's been really great that I get to kind of go down that rabbit hole and learn more about something specific that has to do with health law. Also, being a member of Moot Court, I have also had the experience to participate to some extent with the National Health Law Moot Court competition. So here at SIU, we actually host that competition. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we just had our 25th year hosting that. So that's pretty cool. Not only do we have this long history of having a JD MD program, but we also have a long history of having this National Health Law Moot Court competition. In fact, I didn't even realize at first that the National Health Law Moot Court competition, the problem that they had for it, that was what I used in order to get on moot court. So what I mean by that is that you have to try out for moot court. And so to try out for moot court, we used the problem that they had for the National Health Law Moot Court competition. And it was just really neat because I already love health law and I got to write a brief on it and, you know, do oral arguments on the subject. And so I think that my enthusiasm for the subject is probably what got me on moot court.
And if I've understood correctly, Tiffany, that the competition actually has schools from all over the country come here, right?
Yeah, it
to
does.
compete, and were you kind of judged, oversee that?
Yeah, we had people from like Texas, California, obviously Illinois. I can't remember all the states, but yeah, we definitely had people from all over.
It's also a great way to get your name out in the local community because a lot of the judges are local attorneys and actual judges from the area. So I'm not on moot court, but I've had the opportunity to speak with a lot of the practitioners that have come in and actually judged this competition, and they speak very highly of it and seem to think that this is something unique to SIU and special for our health law program.
I don't know, while things like journal and writing and publications help a lot towards the academic career of law, I know things like moot court also help on the other side if you want to go more into litigation or if you want to do more trial work and court work. So I think that's great that we have kind of both venues. I know now as I'm about to graduate this summer, and Shelby's also getting ready to graduate, it's been a very interesting and very fun ride so far being a part of the program. And I think all the opportunities here, it's been keeping me busy, but at the same time, it's been a great learning experience. I know one thing that I would definitely tell prospective students if they were looking at the program and if they were kind of trying to choose which law school they wanted to go to is really focus on the relationships and the opportunities that you have and that the school fosters. Here, as I've mentioned, SIU, while I applied to a lot of different MD and JD programs, I ultimately chose the SIU MD JD program, not only because of its long, credible history or the fact that the health law program is so great, but mainly because the school fosters such great relationships between the students and the professors. And I've never had a professor say no to me in terms of the help they would offer me and just kind of reaching out to their own personal contacts. And I felt on the interview trail when I went to a lot of different schools, I felt that was not necessarily a common theme in a lot of bigger schools. Just given that you have so many students and you have so many different venues to reach out to that you kind of become lost in a big sea of students. Whether it's here at SIU, I feel like, at least for me, and I know it seems from what I'm getting for you too as well, we've all got individual attention to cater to our specific backgrounds, our specific aspirations, and our specific skills, which I think is the greatest value that SIU has added to me, and I think that would be my biggest piece of advice for prospective students.
My advice is very similar to Sai's. My advice is don't panic. Your first year, it can be overwhelming, but I promise, being a first generation student, let alone a first generation law student, it's okay. You're going to make it through it. The teachers or the professors here and how they teach the courses, especially your first year, are very step by step. It's not overwhelming once you get into it. It can look like it at first when you first see your syllabus, but it will be okay. The professors here have a very open door, welcoming environment, and during my first year I sought a lot of help to get those main skills down to really propel me through the rest of my law school career. And because of our close relationship with our faculty and our faculty's close relationship with the community, it's a great way to network and get out into the job field, really. It's a difficult process, but the professors here and the staff here make it easy.
Yeah, definitely. My advice would be, it's the same thing, really. We have such great faculty here, and I think, for me, I think my experience is a little bit different. When I went to undergrad, I did not go away to school. This is my first opportunity going away to school. So to an extent, the people here, they sort of become your family. So I know that obviously, the faculty, the teachers, they're really there for you to answer any questions that you have about school. And I know that. But I know that I've also struggled with other things. I have a fear of public speaking, and the teachers they're there for me to help me practice and also just to kind of talk me through it. And I think that that's been great, that you have this great balance of support from the faculty, and then you make great friends while you're here. So, yeah.
Well, I think this conversation has been great. Just I think for all of us, it reminded us really why we chose this great school, and hopefully, just learn so much from it. And I know that with the education that we've had here, I know that we're going to do great things in the future years to come. So we hope that this has been really helpful for you in terms of the great benefits of the SIU Health Law program. And if you have any questions, obviously all of us are here, so feel free to reach out. And please do join us for our next Facebook Live session, which will be next Friday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.